I could ask for specific ones. Perhaps I can say, all the things that I would expect that I can do in the console, I can also do here. I can say I want the one that has the username Ada. Right, so if I run this, right, notice that it only returns Ada. Makes sense, right? Okay. Let's play around with this, right? So let's create some data. Let's retrieve data. Also, another couple of things here. Notice that I have this function right here as notify users. Yes, there's a more concise implementation of this without the promise. Without the promise. Yes. This right here, the finder, just returns the object. Yes. So I can put the then right here. Everybody good? All right, so if I run that, it does the same thing. Right? Also, I can just put it in the second line. Right? That still works. And this function, if this function is a throwaway function that I'm never going to use ever again, right? Something that is very, very common in JavaScript, and that's also becoming more and more common in Java as well, is to use anonymous functions, use lambdas. Lambda function that doesn't have a name, right? It's an anonymous function. You pass the data, and then it's never used again. It's only used here. So here, you can declare the function and say users. Notice it's anonymous. It doesn't have a name. And you can say here console log users. So I don't need this function anymore. Right, so if I run that again, it still works. Everybody okay? And, right, this is the old JavaScript syntax. This is ES5. In the new syntax, ES6, this can become even more concise. Right? You can remove the function, right, and use instead the arrow syntax. Right, which again in Java you have very similar syntax as well. Right, it's becoming more and more popular. Right, and again if I run it, it works the same. You can be even more concise. If you have just one single argument to the function, you don't need the parentheses. Right. If you only have a single line of code, you don't need the curly brackets. Right, so this would become just that. Right, so that still works. Everybody okay? Right, so this is very, very common syntax. That's becoming more and more popular. Very, very concise.